Hello everyone, I'm Fatal Oasis. Thank you for tuning into my stream here on twitch.tv/Fatal Oasis or watching the VOD on youtube.com/at Fatal Oasis. I'm panicking a little bit. Of course, I have a few things that I left for last second, so there's music. What am I forgetting to do? I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but we'll find out. Hi! It's Maker Monday. So today I'm going to be making something. This is the Star Trek Deep Space Nine USS Defiant model kit that I got for Christmas 8 months ago. 7 months? 7 months and like a week ago. When I asked for it for Christmas, my brother kindly got it for me, I did not realize that it came with water slide decals. I thought it came with normal, like, stickers, because it wasn't that expensive. So I figured they'd just go for the cheap stuff. But then I opened it up. Actually, I looked at the side of the box here where it says water slide decals include pennants and registers, multicolored panels, and black or white window options, and more. And I'm like, wow, they got so many options for decals. I don't know how to do water slide decals. So, some months ago, I learned how to do water slide decals and tested them on my Gundam kit that I built. Just put like some extra little lines on, and yeah, so like that number there and that like badge, and then I think there were on his weapon, yeah, I put all these little triangles all along the weapon. So I have definitely tested out some water slide decals. I don't know that I'm good at it, but hey, this program is not a tutorial. If you're looking to me for, hey, how do I do water slide decals, don't. There are better videos out there. I know, I've watched them. So, it sounded a bit loud. I'm gonna bump me down a bit. Let's go down to 7. I guess this is fine. Okay. We'll go with that. So, what I remember from water slide decals are I need tweezers, which I have. I need a bowl of water to soak them in. I need something to cut them with. And then Q-tips to wick away excess moisture. And either a toothpick or a skewer or something like that to be able to move it around easily. And I have all that, and I've got my clippers here for clipping out pieces from for the actual model kit. I noticed that the instructions for this are just one page of 11 by 17. So the build itself is real easy. It's the decals that are tough. So, what's my guide here? Alright, black is a part number, white letter is a paint color. I'm not painting this. I hope it's fine that I'm not painting this. The kit includes detailed water slide decals. The decals do not require setting solution, but they are compatible with it. Paint is not required to produce satisfactory results. However, some modelers prefer to add additional painted detail to their kits. See the diagrams on the backside for decal and paint placement. For best results, apply dull coat for final finish. Well, I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to build this and then apply the decals. Okay, so yeah, black numbers are part numbers. White numbers are clear part numbers. Okay. Oh, right. I'd seen I've seen pictures of this kit rigged up with like lights on the inside and everything. I'm not doing that. I don't know how to do that. I don't have the kit to do that, so that's not happening. But yeah, we'll build it. Does it list any decals in the center here, or is this just how to build it? This is just how to build it, and then everything on the back is paint and decals. Okay, so we'll definitely build it today, right now, before I do any. You know, it'd probably be easier to put some of the decals on before it's built, but F it. It doesn't say to do that. It says to build it first. It gives me numbered steps. Let's build a starship. All right, so here's some clear parts. Here are some not clear parts that are like a pale gray, slight green tint to them. And, oh, here's a base for it. And then this is the sheet of all the little things. Oh, look at how tiny some of these dots are, too. Look at that. All these tiny little things. This is going to be a pain in the butt, isn't it? Alright. Well, I've done this to myself. Let's do it. Put the decals back in the box. Build this kit. We don't need the stand yet. I'll put that back in the box too. Oh, these bags don't like to open, huh? There we go. So you got a total of 4 sprues. And 2 of them are a single giant piece. Alright. What numbers are these? This is 2. I assume this is 1. Yes, this is 1. Back in the box for now. Alright, starting with numbers 3, 4, and 110. So I'm going to do the same normal thing where I clip these far away from the... I guess if you didn't watch the Gundam stream, multiple Gundam streams, then you wouldn't know. I'm clipping these far away from where the piece is so that I can clip it very close or cut it with a blade or something so that I don't accidentally mark up the piece itself. Okay, and these are a lot thicker than the Gundam kit I built, so I'm not going to be able to just like twist these and break them off. Or maybe I am, because I just laid it flat and these definitely buckled. Come on. Oh, that went flying. Where'd that go? Oh, here it is. Alright, I need some sort of, like, guard to catch flying pieces, I guess. Alright, those are fine. Yeah, they didn't exactly put these in the least noticeable spots. Like, that you can... I don't know if you can see, but... get some autofocus going. There's, like, you can see the line paneling. There are, like, the lines for everything, and this is kind of just, like, right in the middle of one of the panels. So it's gonna get marked up. Like, if I were designing this, I might attach them to, like, the bottom or something so that you can hide them, or I don't know. I don't know how I would do it, but I'd probably try to hide it a little bit better. Although if they are expecting people to actually paint these, it doesn't matter as much. But... that's not happening here. There we go. And then piece 110. Well, I'm already worried about that. There's a little bit of what looks like a sprue not connected to anything. Oh, I guess it was to hold... to stop anything from pushing up against it. And something definitely tried to, because this got pushed. So I guess maybe it did its job? Alright, I don't know how well this clear plastic is going to cut. If I had to guess, it's going to be a lot more brittle than the malleable green. Okay. Now I'm kind of closing my eyes and looking away, just in case if something goes flying. I don't want it flying into my eye. Yeah, these are definitely a lot harder and not more dangerous, but definitely could, if they go into your eye, could cause some damage. What's the age limit on this kit? 10, age is 10 plus. Skill level 2, whatever that means. Alright, well, since this is the kit for Star Trek Deep Space Nine, or a kit for Star Trek Deep Space Nine, I could go over my Star Trek viewing. In total, I have not seen every episode of every Star Trek. When I was in high school, I had a friend who very much liked Star Trek and wanted me to watch Star Trek with him, and I never did. I claimed I didn't like it, even though I had not seen any little bit of it. I know my dad watched some of the reruns, but it wasn't until I went to college and another one of my friends said, "Hey, you should turn on the TV. They're showing..." Whoop, it came out. They're showing the HD update for the original series episodes. When they first took all of the original film and created the higher resolution. Were they Blu-ray discs or HD DVDs back then? I don't remember. All the enhanced editions where they did all the extra graphical work for it. So I watched that. I don't like how that. Okay. I put my blade like directly there, and instead the piece, a chunk of it is now missing. I hope that's gonna get hidden. Anyway, I was just watching the original series, the remasters, and started getting into that like a lot. So this goes like this. This. I think that needs to be cut down a little bit more. That was like senior year of college. Senior year? Maybe junior year of college. I don't remember. I went home for summer vacation and looked on my parents' DVD shelf and grabbed the DVDs for the original 6 Star Trek movies and watched all of them. Some of those are great movies. I really like 1, 2, 3. 4 is okay. It's a bit campy and a bit much for me at sometimes, but it's fun. And I really like 6. So that's most of them. The generally accepted opinion is the even numbered ones are the best ones, 2, 4, and 6. But I think 1 and 3 are also great. Is it just like set like that and then I don't know how this is supposed to go. Okay, there is an indent in the top there, so maybe it just... I close it all the way. Maybe it's supposed to be more forward than that. I went back to college and I started watching Next Generation. I would watch like any rerun of Next Generation that was on TV, if I happened to be there at the time, which was not often. Then I graduated college, went home. At the time, I had a desktop computer that had a TV tuner in it, a capture card that would accept coax cable. So basically, my computer was like a DVR or a TiVo or any of those devices where you could record live TV. And I would record. I'd just set it to record. Hey, just record Star Trek episodes, and eventually one of the channels started playing them all in order. I ran out of hard drive space real fast. but I watched all of Next Generation, and then I obtained copies of Deep Space Nine and watched that because I fell in love with Next Generation. I'm like, I want to watch more of this. Deep Space Nine is a bit of a different show at times, but it's great. It is my favorite Star Trek by far. Then I was like, wow, Star Trek's actually great. I want to watch more of it. Let's watch Voyager. I am glad that I watched Voyager. I do not recommend that people getting into Star Trek watch Voyager. I think I moved that to where it needs to be. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. There we go. Voyager starts doing the thing where they realize they need to bring people in. So they start having guest stars to do like cross promotions with their other shows. I think it was like UPN at the time or something. So, and the one I quote, or the one I reference most when talking about the problems with Voyager is there's an episode where the guest alien of the week is The Rock, as in Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson before he did any film video work. He was a wrestler at the time. So, the episode was they go to a planet, the Voyager crew, and they have to take part in this wrestling competition, and The Rock is there as the alien that they need to beat. And I'm just looking at it like, this is not really Star Trek. It doesn't feel like any of Next Generation's diplomacy to get out of a situation things, or like outsmarting. No, it's just 7 of 9 has to wrestle The Rock because WWE is on after this. I'm just like, what? No. And then I didn't watch any other Star Trek for a while because that's almost all that there was, other than the animated series and Enterprise. Eventually, I watched Enterprise, and I like it more than Voyager. I liked what it was doing with some of the scenes. I very much hated some aspects of it, like all the friggin' fan service of, hey, we need to justify a reason to put everyone in their underwear, so we did that. I should like be doing kit stuff maybe. But I very much like some of the overarching storyline that was going on and the mysteries, and I wish they had enough time to finish what they wanted to do instead of being cut off. Because at the end of Enterprise, it very much feels like, oh, we had grand plans for what the next 3 seasons of this show were, but I guess we're done now. So let's rush through everything. And I think it would have been better if it were more spaced out, like it was intended to be. This is 1, 2, and 2 pieces 101. Which are these 4 dot pieces. Okay. And then that was all the Star Trek there was at the time. There was no other Star Trek other than the animated series. I still haven't watched the animated series. That's not true. I watched like one episode of it and went, eh. Oh, I did eventually watch all of the Next Generation movies. First Contact is good. The rest are no. Well, Generations is okay. No. No. Generations was, I guess, important at the time because it was like a passing of the torch or something, but I don't know that you need to watch it. First Contact is good, though. First Contact is just a good movie, I think. And then there's Nemesis, and I don't remember the other movie name. I don't recommend watching them. Then the Abrams movies. I watched the first one and it was fine. Oh wait, I forgot the most important Star Trek movie. The best Star Trek movie, Galaxy Quest. Galaxy Quest is hilarious. It's not actually the best Star Trek movie. Wrath of Khan is way better, but it's a good movie. If you can get past Tim Allen being in it. Yeah, then there was no new Trek for a very long time. And then Paramount decided they wanted to follow what Disney was doing and make a billion TV shows. I watched season 1 of Discovery and realized I hated weekly viewing like that. Watching one episode, then having to wait a week, and then watching one episode and having to wait a week. Because I lost track of who the characters were, and I guess I didn't like how... Like, Discovery was focused mostly on Michael, and not on the crew itself. So it was a bit of a departure from what I was expecting. I thought season 1 was okay, I think. I don't remember really. Then Picard season 1 came out and I was excited for that and I watched it. And that's less good. And then I'm like, okay, I don't need to watch new Trek. It's not what I'm looking for in Trek. I'm gonna go back to watching old Trek. And Lower Decks came out, and I'm like, nah, I don't need to watch that. I went and I watched The Orville, which is a fantastic comedy, Star Trek-like comedy show. This is number 1. This is the bottom piece. The first few episodes are fine, but then they get into their groove of basically when... What's his name? God, what's his name? Seth MacFarlane. The producers of the show must have been thinking, oh, it's Seth MacFarlane, so he's gonna make a show like Family Guy. And season 1 had definitely had some moments that were like, yep, this is Star Trek but Family Guy. And then, like halfway through the season probably, Seth just decided, no, I didn't want to make Star Trek but Family Guy. I just wanted to make Star Trek. And he just starts making Star Trek. And it's great then. Star Trek but funny is great. Then let's see. Discovery season 1 or season 2, Picard season 2, Strange New Worlds, Lower Deck season 2, like all of the new stuff is coming out, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go back and watch Deep Space Nine again. Eventually, a friend convinced me to watch Lower Decks, and I could not stop watching Lower Decks. It was great, to the point where I was very happy to wait for the next seasons. But at this point, I was absolutely locked into, I do not watch seasons as they come out, one episode at a time. I wait for the whole season to come out and watch the whole thing. Which, unfortunately, because people on the internet love their memes, means every time there was anything slightly mimetic about an episode, I would know about it far in advance of being able to watch it. So the whole Badgie thing and then the Moopsie thing, I knew all of that stuff. I'm just like, I had no context, but I know all the jokes. So none of it's funny, and then I watch the show and I'm like, oh, that's what they were talking about, instead of laughing at it at the time. So the internet ruins things. Don't look at the internet ever if you want to enjoy everything. Is the motto I learned from that, which is very hard to do. So I guess the real moral is, if you look at the internet, expect to not enjoy things as much. Because people will talk about what they just watched without caring if someone else hasn't watched it yet. It's going to be hard to get a good angle on this one. I would not have put a friggin' sprue here, right in the friggin'... This is the front of the ship. This is the front of the ship. Okay. I guess it might be covered. Yeah, it's going to be covered by this, so that'll be fine. But I still don't like its placement. Yeah, so eventually I watched Lower Decks, and I'm like, okay. That was pretty funny. Last year, July, I was on a plane heading to Los Angeles. And the plane had 2 episodes of Strange New Worlds. So I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'm on a plane. I've got 6 hours to kill. If I don't like it, I'll switch to friggin' Ocean's 11 or whatever the hell else they have on here. Turns out, Strange New Worlds is precisely the type of Star Trek that I had been hoping they would make. And I just totally didn't care about it at all, because they were... The stuff I had seen was not like that, so I just stopped giving Star Trek a chance. Boy, Strange New Worlds is great. It is It is, what if they made Next Generation / original series today, didn't have budget concerns, and it's only like 10 episode seasons, unfortunately. I guess that's why there's no budget concerns, because every episode has a 10th of a season instead of a 26th of a season worth of budget. But like it has all the modern takes of the original series. And I think they used some old, like, unused scripts from the original series for some of the episodes as well. So that's cool. Alright, that's fine. What does this say in it? Oh, it's all copyright stuff. Made in China. Manufacturing location. Alright. Time to cut these out. Let's see, what's after Strange... Was there anything after Strange New Worlds? I don't think so. I didn't watch Picard Season 2 or 3. I didn't watch Discovery Season 2 or 3. I can't wait for the new Lower Decks season and the new Strange New World season. I am sad that they're ending. I wish that they didn't, but I hear that they're ending for a good reason. Like, they're making a new show, maybe, but I don't know, we'll see how much I enjoy it. Sorry, messy water bottle there. Okay. So my latest rewatch is of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I am on the last episode of season 6. It's only 7. Well, it's 7 seasons, so the beginning of season 7 is when a few things change. One of the main things is staff, or the cast, but I could go into that. I don't think I want to. I wish let's just say I wish the cast didn't have to change, wasn't forced to change. And I wish they worked out some of the rights for likenesses a little bit better, especially when it comes to the final episode. But hey, season 6 is where most of the good episodes are, so Deep Space Nine does something that very few other treks do, if any. Well, not if any, because I know that uh, some have arcs that span a whole season, but Deep Space Nine kind of started it. Previously, Next Generation had two-parters that would be bookends of a season. The end of uh, cool. I get to ban something else. Ban. Um, Next Generation would have episodes that would end a season with a cliffhanger and then pick up from there for the beginning of the next season. But then that'd be it. It wouldn't be a multi-episode. It'd just be those two episodes. And I think they had like one or two other two-episode arcs during a season. But Deep Space Nine started some long-lasting, like wars between the Federation and the other members or the other races nearby. So there are like long arcs where for 6 whole episodes we're following the crew doing like hunting down people or something. Or I don't want to go into specifics, but there's a reason why they spend 6 episodes in one location instead of going back. Wait, what? So there are obvious holes for where these go, but there are gray pegs. Oh, there are holes in this. Okay. I just have to squeeze it through. Maybe? Or does it just sit? It couldn't possibly just sit there. These are holes, right? Yeah, they're holes. Oh, that one fit in real easily. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So now I've got the clear pieces in there, so if I had an easy flashlight, I would shine it under and... Right, the flashlight I normally use is my phone, which is being used for that camera. So that's not using that. Alright, so this is the top, this is the bottom, and this goes this way into here. Okay. Looks good so far. Alright, pieces 5, 6, 7, and 8, 107 and 109. Let's do 5 and 6 with 107. Where are the numbers? Right there. There's 5 and 6. 2 inside ones. 5. And 6. So 5 is the bottom piece. Let's see, what else can I talk about? I don't think I've played any Star Trek game. No, that's not true. I played probably like an hour of Star Trek Online when it became free. Turns out I don't like MMOs, or I find them impenetrable. I didn't know what I was doing, basically. So eventually I just flew around, decided to fly over to Deep Space Nine, take a look at it. Oh, no. Cool, I just cut right through the piece. Well, it's the bottom, maybe it'll be unnoticeable. If I get rid of this, will it be less noticeable? Yes. Okay, that'll be fine. That's 5. I'll be more careful with this piece. Yeah, I haven't played any of the other Star Trek games, like the point-and-click adventures or anything like that. Okay, yeah, definitely cutting these a little bit far and then shaping them down is the way to go. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to be careful to not damage the piece. Um, One of the things I will say is I wish there was a better way of legally watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine, because I'm watching it through Paramount Plus, and that's not a great service. Their app doesn't work on my tablet at all. Well, I haven't tried it on my new tablet. It doesn't work on my old tablet at all. That's not true. It does have some functionality. It will play the ad, and then it will tell me that it can't play the video. There's some error code or something. It doesn't handle its own closed captioning very well. Specifically, anytime there's an italicized word, which in a show full of foreign language or alien languages happens a lot. Its PC controls are the weirdest I've ever seen. Spacebar does not pause the video. Well, it does sometimes. Arrow keys do not advance forward or backward. You can only jump in 10-second increments, which I guess is fine. The amount of, what is it called? The duration remaining is incorrect most of the time. How does this go? It goes this way. Oh, good. The piece I marked up is going underneath, so it'll be hidden forever. Pegs don't seem to line up with the holes. Oh, there they go. This goes in like this. I need number 107 for one of the clear lights, but... it seems to have... seems to be a very tight fit on these. Oh, cool. And I'm causing it to buckle if I try to twist it out. So, I'll just... okay, that's as far in as it's gonna go, I think. That'll have to do. Alright, this one goes like this, but first... where does... it looks like it goes in that slot there. Piece 106. One of these tiny lights. Okay. That shouldn't have come out like that. I am now worried about that. Okay, it looked like it broke off where it was supposed to. I think I got lucky. I think I got very lucky. I'm supposed to cut this now. There we go. I need tweezers. Alright, how does this go in there? The instructions are very vague about it. Looking at how the other one goes in, it looks like it goes in like this, which means we need to shave off a little bit of this, which no, that's not going to be a good place to grip it. I don't want this thing like firing out for me gripping it too hard. Nope. Oh, hey, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, I have no idea how to shave this off now. There we go, maybe that. There we go. Okay. That should, well... That is what I didn't want to happen. Alright. I'm going to take a break while I look for where that piece went, and I hope I can find it. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick around. Alright. Bad news, chat. I have looked all over this room and cannot find it. On my hands and knees with a flashlight going between the furnitures, trying to figure out where it could have gone to, what it could have bounced off of. Just looking at everything. Now I'm like looking at the things on my desk, clearing up. Holy shit. That's it. Okay. Good news, chat. I found it. Alright. Turns out, the sound of it hitting across my room, or my dining room here, my office, is not actually what happened. It hit my dock for my Switch and this mug here. and maybe a few other things in the area, but it never left my desk. So, hooray. I was very ready to start looking up how to order a replacement something. All right, let's not mess around anymore then. I need to set a new timer because it's after break. Yeah. All right. So what do we talk about now? First, I need to figure out how to put this in. So as I was looking at it, it's got a circle front face, which the diagram very clearly shows, and then it just shows a mess of boxes behind it, and this is... So the other one goes like that, so maybe this one goes like this. And it goes here, question mark. Oh, that actually fits real nicely there. Okay. Figured it out. I figured it out, chat. I didn't lose the piece, and I figured it out. And I think that's it. So, 2 holes there, and then the pegs from the bottom go into those. All seem lined up. And then when this is all the way down, the light will just sit flush against the body with nothing but friction holding it in. Okay. If you say so. A lot of bendy plastic. Alright, so that doesn't feel in all the way, and I can see a gap right in there where I can fit my blade even. But... oh, there it goes. I just need to squeeze harder. You hear all this plastic creaking? You hear some of it. Sorry if it bothers you. It bothers me. Not like in a I don't like the sound of it way. In more of a this, it does not sound like how a model kit should go together based off of the other one that I've done. I've done two, because I've done the Eevee kit. That was a while ago. Okay. Chop this out here. This is 7, so this is the bottom. I keep forgetting to ask people things early in the stream because I want people to comment on my videos on the VODs because I appreciate the comments and I respond to as many of them as I can. If you're still watching the VOD, thank you. I appreciate it if you're watching an hour in or so. I guess you didn't have to sit here for 15 minutes while I tried to find that piece. That just happened right away. How much Star Trek have you watched? What's your favorite? What's your favorite episode of Star Trek / movie? And I have to think about that because I don't really know what my answer is right now. It's probably In the Pale Moonlight is good, but it's not a good standalone episode because you need to know who the characters are. But it's a really good episode of TV. My favorite standalone episode is probably something from Next Generation. Time's Arrow? It's a two-parter. I really like Time's Arrow. Time's Arrow is not a fan favorite. The crew of the Enterprise goes back in time to San Francisco of the past and meets Mark Twain. Well, one of them gets flown into the past accidentally because aliens are effing with the past. And they need to stop them. But then Mark Twain is there. Samuel Clemens. Mark Twain was his pen name. And Sam Clemens is just like, hey, you come here from the future? You're just here to F things up for us. What? I'm not going to let you do that. And then Mark Twain starts harassing the crew of the Enterprise. It's fantastic. What else? What other great episodes of Trek are there? Starship Mine is fun. The crew of the Enterprise is... The Enterprise itself is getting some sort of refit or upgrade or something that require... And they're getting rid of, like, excess radiation. So there's a giant anti-radiation sweep that goes through... Oh, this piece is bent and terrible. That's gonna suck putting in. There's, like, visible marking on it. I hope that'll be fine. I might have to bend that back into place and it might snap off when I do so. Ooh. Yeah, so the crew of the Enterprise is off on... just hanging out on the planet. Except for the captain. Well, no, they all go there because the captain, the admiral, whoever's there is having a party, and he's apparently insufferable as a party host, so Captain Picard's like, excuse me, I left my saddle on the ship. I want to go horseback riding. Because you said you mentioned horses. So let me go get my saddle, and goes back to the ship and finds that the work crew who is helping to get rid of the radiation is actually planning on stealing the antimatter or something from the Enterprise. Some valuable liquid that is also highly explosive, unstable. Um, so Picard shows up. He's like, "I want my saddle." Wait, what the hell are you all doing here? And basically is trying to foil them, almost Die Hard style, but without any guns. Quick note, I have not actually seen Die Hard. I assume it has guns. Yeah, that's a good episode. What other good episodes can I remember? Oh, like the season 2 TNG episode. What's it called? So Data, the android, is unique in that there's only one of him, and some scientist thinks that he can make another Data and wants Data to help him by like, hey, let me look at what you are and take you apart and disassemble you so that I can recreate you and make copies. And Data's like, what? You're not gonna take me apart? No, absolutely not. And the scientist is like, well, I'm giving you orders to. You have to. And Data's like, well, then I resign Starfleet. I'm no longer in Starfleet. You can't order me to do anything. And then what's his name is like, you're a machine, not a living thing. You can't resign. You are equipment. And then Captain Picard steps in. He's like, no, Data's a person. You can't just order him. You can't just force him to not resign. And then there's a court case, and it's really good. Probably my best episodes of Star Trek are the court cases. Well, I guess the court case in DS9, or one of the two court cases both of the court cases in DS9 were good. They're not the best episodes. One of them's a lot of character development. Jadzia Dax is a trill, which is a species where some of its members are joined. They have a humanoid host and a large, like, worm-like symbiont that lives in their belly. And the host only lives for 100 years or so, normal lifespan of a humanoid. But the symbiont can live through multiple hosts and moves and can be transferred from one host to the next. And the symbiont retains all the memories of the hosts it previously had. So Jadzia Dax is the 7th host for this symbiont. So she has memories of the 6 hosts before and their whole lives. Some dick comes to the station and says, you, Dax, and it tries to kidnap her. And then, when that fails, goes to Captain Sisko and says, we want to extradite her for murder. What do you mean murder? Curzon Dax killed... We've proof that Curzon Dax killed someone. Or was a traitor or something like that. Curzon is is Dax's previous host. Jadzia is not Curzon, is what the captain argues. Commander Sisko at the time. Commander Sisko is arguing that this is Jadzia Dax, an entirely different person than Curzon Dax. And the jerk's point of view is, well, it has all the memories, so it should have all the guilt, and it should be punished the same. It being the symbiont. I'm going to break this off without having it fly across the room. Okay. I did it. Now I need to cut off that piece without having... Do I need to cut that piece off? Can I just leave? Because that's going to be on the inside. It's going to be... here. Oh, that... Why did they do this? Okay, so I'm gonna try zooming in on this piece and show you the poor planning here. How far in does this camera go? That's as far in as it goes. Okay. Down here at the subatomic level. Where are the rest of my tweezers? Here they are. Okay, so this is a very uniquely shaped piece. How much space do I have to work with? There. So all the way to here, and a little, so halfway down here, halfway up here, and almost to there. Okay. Okay, I'm now holding this piece by the sprue, the junk part of it. I'm not gonna hold it that tight because I don't want it to fly out. So you can see it has a circular front. Right there. And then a large, almost, it's like slightly angled at the back, but a large square piece. And then I'm going to turn it the other way. It's visible. You can see it's got kind of like a hook on the back of it. The angle is better. Or drop it. Your way's fine too. There we go. So now the piece is up top. Toward the bottom of the screen is the circular piece. Then right behind that is the square piece. Point at this. So circle, square, and then the hook like comes back this way and then out like that. The sprue that I'm holding, or the piece that I'm holding on, the scrap, sticks out from the back of it like that. This piece will slide into here. Let go of that. Slide into this gap right here. Right here. I'm trying to look at my screen and not be able to. So it'll slide in like that, with the hook going in and then up into there. Which means the entire side piece here, where it's cut off, where the scrap piece there is, needs to fit in this gap. So I need to shave off as much of that as possible. Why would you put this, the piece that you need to shave off, directly where the friction part needs to be to hold the piece in? If I shave off too little, I won't be able to get the piece in at all. If I shave off too much, it'll fall out. Alright, let's do this. And I'm going to work at this scale. You can see what I'm trying to do here. I want to cut off this piece here. Like that. So how does that look? Okay, we still have the hook there. And the scrap piece is almost flush with the actual piece. So let me try fitting this in now. I'm going to zoom out the camera a bit. This is slow as heck. Yeah, by the way, those squares you were seeing on screen were inches. So that's how small this thing is. This is 3/16 of an inch long by 1/8 of an inch thick in either or both of the other directions. So yeah, for those of you who use the metric system, (5 millimeters by 2 millimeters by 2 millimeters. The thing is tiny. Can you expect me to be able to do things with it? Okay, so it goes hook up like this. There we go. Okay. It should be in as far as it goes. And now this goes here. And this goes here, except there's the one bent piece. The bent piece is fitting into this hole. So I want to try and do that one first. And then do the others to try and bend it back into place. Came right out. Okay, that's promising. It started. Okay. That seems good. The other piece is mostly bent back into place. I think it is bent back into place almost entirely. Might be pressing a little bit against the side of the hole, but that's fine. All right. Let's put these. Okay, so that's step 3. Maybe we're not going to finish today. Step 4 is 4 clear pieces and 2 gray pieces. And I forgot to draw a dotted line for this one, but based on this one, I think I know where it's going. So 103 and 4. This is 103. That's actually pretty good. 103 goes in this section. It just looks like it slides in, according to the book. Sorry, the page. And I guess it does. There we go. 104 is the same, but the other side. Basically, I gotta try and slide. There are 4 tabs sticking out from it, and I gotta make sure that all 4 go in at the same time, because if one of them doesn't, it will get stuck. There we go. Just like that. Alright, then 9 and 10 look like they go into the front holes here. Do 9 first. I've changed my cutting style here. I'm cutting on the thin part of the sprue, but I'm cutting a little bit far away from the piece, and then I'm going to shave it down if it needs it. These probably don't, considering this is snapping into place, but put it away. There we go. The one was over here. This is definitely sticking out a lot. There we go. That's smooth. This was 9, so this goes port side. Actually, before I do that, looks like it has spots for the clear piece. 105. There are two 105s. They're identical. Okay. These are not identical, or they're not rotationally symmetrical. One of the sides has an angled wall. And all of the other sides are straight wall. Like a sloped wall. So, which way does this go? Looks like it goes slope towards the center, towards the bow. So it'd be like this. That looks correct. Nope. Alright, get this piece out of here. Do the bottom one first. Oh. Did it again. Top one slides in easily. Bottom one doesn't. There it goes. Now the top one won't go in, so I guess they gotta go as close to parallel as possible. Or simultaneous, not parallel. Huh. Boy, I'm glad I didn't put this piece into the main ship yet. Because this would be even harder if I couldn't push the piece out from the back. Right, why is this not fitting? Almost looks like I have to squeeze these together, but the clear plastic is so brittle, I don't want to even try that. Like, it's not like extremely brittle, like glass brittle, but I don't feel confident doing it. Did I just get both in? I did. Okay, get the... There we go. Okay. And then this goes this side. Whee! There you go. You'll barely ever see it. Alright, let's cut out this one now. And then number 10. I don't remember what the last conversation I was trying to have was on stream. Oh, best episodes. Measure of a Man. That's the name of the one where Data gets put on trial for if they count as sentient. That's a good episode. Like what I watched of Lower Decks and Strange New Worlds, but I don't know that I can remember any of those episodes as being like the best ever. They were good episodes, I can't remember. And I've watched through Lower Decks 3 times and Strange New Worlds at least twice. This goes like this. Yes. Come on. I just have to be careful about where I'm holding these because the plastic tabs at the back, if I'm holding them in the wrong place, I can just bend them. And you definitely don't want to do that. They're the only thing that holds the piece in. There we go. And this goes on starboard. Why did this one click way further than that one? And how is it supposed to be? This doesn't show. In front of the box, show me how it's supposed to look. Cool. Can't tell from the angle. Fantastic. If I had to guess, I'd say I probably pushed this one in too far, which I don't know how to solve. Because I don't think I have anything that's small. Maybe... Oh, there's a lip around here. Okay, so this one isn't in far enough. Yeah, this one was definitely in all the way. Okay, so this one should go in further. Let me pull this out to see if I can... Okay. That's almost in all the way. Maybe that's as far as it's going. I'm just gonna leave it there. Like, it's in enough that it won't fall out. Unless I go and grab it and pull it out. Alright, that's step 4 of 5. Maybe 6. Well, 6 is the base. Alright, so step 5 is... Oh, there's a little... That hole is where the base goes, the rod for the base, but if I'm not using the base, there's a little plug for it that makes it look like a hatch. And so I've got 2 of these and 1, 2, 3, 4 clear parts. Number 11 goes on the back. Oh, in that hole there. Okay. Yeah. And then number 12 also goes on the bottom. Oh, weird. So piece number 12 is this piece in the middle that has all these spines here. It's supposed to be like pipes on the bottom of the ship. And it looks like I'm supposed to leave some amount of this part on here. Yeah, there's the part that's visible. Some amount of this part. And then cut this off, I don't know where here, and I don't know where here. But then it kind of hides itself away down in here. So first off, let me trim this piece up and put this in, because I know where this goes and how it goes. Goes right like that. Okay. So I guess I'm going to cut it as far from the piece as possible and then trim it back as needed. Go away. Okay, so it goes like that. There's too much on the bottom here that I can't fit it in, so I'm definitely gonna have to trim it. But then what the heck is the top do? Do I get a good shot of the underside here at all? Yes. Okay. Oh. I don't get a good shot of where that piece is, because it would be under here. Do I get a good shot of that at all, ever? No. The back of the box? No. Cool. The instructions for this kit leave something to be desired. Namely, instructions. Alright, well, let's trim out this a little bit. Let's go to where it becomes thick there. And then let's see how it looks without... actually, there is a ridge there. But is that supposed to be a lip in the pipe, or is that supposed to be where I cut? It's thicker there, so it does look like... Okay. It does look like I should cut it there. Like right here. And then this will just go like that. to be like pipes or something. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever seen that part of the Defiant, now that I think about it. Or if I have, I hadn't cared enough. I don't super analyze ships in Star Trek. The ships are just a means for diplomacy to happen. Whether it be actual talkie diplomacy or weapon type diplomacy. Alright, so now I've got a 102, I've got two 102s, a 106, and a 108. The 102s go on the rear in these giant holes. The 106 and 108 go... look like in these tiny holes here. Yeah. Okay, cool. More tiny clear pieces. This is 106. Okay, and this goes... this is another weird shape. It's got the circle on front, then a box, like a larger box with a larger slope. This is 106. It goes in this one, and then it has a peg that comes down just to fit in this hole. There we go. Now 108. Be very careful about where I hold it so that these pieces don't go flying across the room. Alright, this is the same deal. Same type of piece, just mirrored so that it fits on the other side. I'm having trouble pushing it in all the way. There. These are very small pieces. Very hard to put a lot of force onto them. That's probably fine. Right now, 102s. Okay, so these have a large round plug on one side and then 3 prongs, very small, on the other side. And it looks like the plug goes into the ship so that the prongs are sticking out. Do these clip in? They must. Ow. They do have a tab on one side. Where does the tab go? That's the tab there, the tab going up? Maybe? Why did music stop? Did I run out of music? No idea. Okay. Oh, it's 8:13 already. Maybe I did run out of music. I gotta see how long this playlist is. I also want to get other varieties of music, so it's not just big giant circles all the time. I like big giant circles, but you know, we could do more than that. But I don't know where to find music that is guaranteed to not ding me on YouTube. Because I've tried looking for royalty-free music for like the Minecraft in the morning streams that I used to do, or that I did a few times. And yeah, those totally. Like even playing Minecraft music dinged me. Remixes of Minecraft music. What the hell do I do with you? Well, that's too far, I think. Maybe? I'll be very careful because I don't want to shove it further in. I don't want to bend anything. Shoved it further in. Okay, that's loose in there. It's definitely not what I want to happen. This is now a salvage operation. Nope. I can't pull the ship apart because these two pieces are being held together by these, and everything would have to come apart. Well, I've shoved it deeper. Still rattly though. I'm using this to try and pry things apart. No, that didn't work. Okay. I'm gonna stop using that because it has a blade on it and I don't want to accidentally cut anything. Okay, so the piece is now shoved directly into that hole and not... It's like not set in place, and I don't know how to set it in place, and I don't know how to get it out. Cool. This kit has problems. Oh, you know, that would suck if that's the solution. There's a second hole deeper in. Does this need to be plugged in that deep into there? And if so, why? I think that's what needs to happen. I got it out. Okay. And I have destroyed part of it in doing so. One of the little tabs came out. The like fork bits came out. Times. That's the name I'm looking for. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take a look online and see if I can find something. What is the name of this kit? How can I identify this? Because there are other Defiant kits. POL 952/12. Piece 102. I just want to see if anyone else has had this issue. Alright, I found the kit on eBay. That's not helping. Alright, I'm going to try and see if I can find a photo of it from the rear. Let me... Firefox. That's not cropped the way I want it. So that's what... I'm on some hobby website. That's what it looks like. And you can see the bottom part here, where those pipes are. That's cut how I cut it, so that looks nice. But we don't have where those lights are. Actually, it looks like they're definitely not visible from here, which leads me to believe that they're inside. Let me see if I can find another. Shrink you down. Hide you away. Oh, I missed this when I was looking at the box. The lights in the back glow from the inside. So I think they do go on the inside. The rear shot? Yep, okay. They have the lights sticking out. They also have them painted red. Alright, so I don't know whether it's in or out. I think it's supposed to be in. Which then has me asking, why didn't I put these in while this was in 2 halves? Why do I have to shove it in there now? And my second question of how. How do I get that in there such that I can shove it in correctly? Oh god, I almost knocked it across the room. No, I was hopeful that the diameter of my skewer would be useful here. But probably not. I could probably shove it in once I get it in there. Where was the tab? Here. Hmm. Okay, is that in? No, it's still shaking. Get in there. Okay, I rotated it into place. So that tab was like a key that I had to set. But no, that's still not in. Okay. That seems in there. Don't know how, but I've done it. No, wait, it's not. Damn it. Alright, I'm try putting the other one in. No, that one's... Neither of them are in there. They're both loose, rattling around. Let me see if there's any, like... talk about how these pieces suck. There's a YouTube review that I don't know that I want to watch on stream. Yeah, this site doesn't have any sort of discussion or comments or anything. It's apparently ranked number 7 in science fiction plastic models. According to this website. Okay. Let's look for model kit discussion boards. And then search for POL952. I don't want to sign in with Google, you can't make me. Especially not to search your website. Not signing in for that. Okay, I don't... There's nothing discussing the build itself. Everything's like, here's how to get all the cool look at all the cool lighting I did and painting this, and everything looks awesome, and I'm super excited for those people who have spent way longer on a model kit than I want to. But it definitely looks like these are supposed to go all the way in. I can't get them all the way in. But given that they're all the way in the back, and I don't know that people are going to see them. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it. Other than, like, put a dab of blue in there, and I don't want to do that. Yo, if you know how... If you've built this model kit before, and you can give me some insight as to how piece 102 is supposed to be set into here, let me know, because like every other piece snaps in or is pressure fit in, and I can't. These pieces are just loose in these holes. Definitely does not feel good. And if they're supposed to not be all the way set in, if they're supposed to stick out, right here, the model of the ship with all of the decals. Does not show them sticking out. So they are supposed to be in. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave it like that for now, because it's 8:30, I need to finish this. There's one more step to go, the stand. Which I might be missing some pieces for, apparently. There are 2 pieces in this bag, and the instructions show 4 pieces. Yeah, that's a base. There is a dome. And this is a metal rod with no other pieces. And there's nothing else in this bag. This goes in here, and then there's a ball bearing, or like a ball joint. I mean, that fits. I guess maybe they stopped including the ball joint. But, you know, I'd like to angle it. Whatever. Alright, so that's going to do it for the Defiant. No water slide decals today. I did not have time. This build took longer than I wanted it to take. And I'm not happy about the loose pieces in the back. But hey, it's a ship. So I'll put this on my shelf for now, and then on the next Maker Monday, in 2 weeks. Actually, I don't know if the next one is going to be this. Let me open my calendar. What do I have listed for the 19th? I don't have anything listed. It just says Maker Monday. Okay. So, I will look to see how complicated September's Hanafuda card is. I'll decide if I want to do that. But we will definitely get back to this and do some decals at some point. Coming up on the schedule, as you can see, I got some Mario 64 16-star speedruns on Wednesday and Friday, mostly because I don't know what else to play. I am taking a week-long break, starting Saturday. So I won't be back until August 18th, which is a Sunday, for multiplayer Sunday with your friends. I don't know. It's changing slightly behind the scenes. To you, it's all going to be the same. It's going to be me and a group of friends hanging out, playing video games. I think I'm going to call it like Sunday with friends or something. I don't know. It's not necessarily going to always be co-op. Like last stream was Bopple Battle and Uno. Both fun games. Yeah. So that's going to do it. If you have suggestions for things you want to see me stream, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Oh, I also know that upcoming... Actually, hey, if you've stuck around this long, I'm going to tell you some details I haven't told anyone yet. After the break, at some point on Fridays, Glass and I will be doing a Pokemon randomizer Nuzlocke Soul Link, which means all of the Pokemon we'll be playing Pokemon Emerald. All of the Pokemon will be randomized. So, you know, we'll have 3 random starters to choose from, and then we go into the wild grass and find, you know, some Magmar or something that's not supposed to be there. Every Pokemon is randomized. Or the Pokemon themselves are in random locations, but they are still those Pokemon. I haven't like randomized stats or moves or anything like that. A Nuzlocke means that for each route we can only catch 1 Pokemon, and when it dies, it dies. It doesn't faint that we can revive it later, it's just gone. So we have a limited number of Pokemon to work through. And a Soul Link means that Glass and I will be playing the game simultaneously. I'll have both game feeds on stream. And when our Pokemon will be linked together. My starter will be linked to his starter. When one of our starters die, they both die. When our Route 1 Pokemon dies, they both die. So it's Nuzlocke but harder because you have someone else to work with. And our team must always be the same thing. So if I have my starter, a Route 1, and my Route 3 Pokemon on a team, Glass has to have the starter, the Route 1, and the Route 3 Pokemon. So that'll be fun. Tune in for that. That'll be on Fridays, sometime after the break. It's not on the schedule yet. I need to figure out when we're doing it. Yeah. I guess I don't have too much else to talk about. Ship's done. I like it. Thank you again for watching. I do appreciate it very much. Let me get this out of the way here. Let me get a good camera angle so I can use it for I need something to prop this up. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.